What's going on, guys? Where we left it, we just got this thing back and it pressure washed it all clean. Floors were done. It's on stands. I've pulled the drums off. They actually look not bad. There's hardly any ridge in them. Underneath here now, I can actually show you. It's all surface rusty, but it's all clean. The brakes have lots of meat left in them. E-brake works. Wheel cylinders don't leak. Doesn't look like there's any pinion seal or axle seal leaks. So I'm happy. I was gonna get under here. I was gonna take some of just the real ugly kind of rust stuff out of it while I'm here. Maybe take off some of the old muffler brackets and stuff, and then just start kind of painting it all black, making it look decent. Blow it off there because there's still just miscellaneous stuff. But pull the shocks. I sprayed some lube on them because I don't know if I showed you or not, but I have a box full. I actually have brand new shoes, but I don't need them. But I got these Ranchos. Clearly that's what you need. I got new brake lines to the front. The stabilizer shock is still in the mail, and carpet and front leafs are still in the mail, but those should be here next week. But I can get the back all done, painted up to the cab. Actually, even under the cab I gotta screw around with some body mounts. Kind of a lot of under the truck stuff. Be a bit of a lame video, but that's the way she goes. Actually kind of nice out today, so I work with the door up just a little bit. But I want to get this thing back together, get it mobile, and we gotta start shuffling stuff around. 56 is home. I'm gonna do a video on that if I haven't already. And the T's gotta go, and the Challenger, I'm trying to get started because that's gotta go too. This time of year really sucks, but it's gotta happen. So I'm gonna start working on this. We'll start kind of painting and cleaning up, and take the shocks up. I don't know. Pretty easy video. All right. Well, everything kind of cleaned off. I took the shocks off. They were complete junk. The other side, I actually had to torch out. The bolt was jammed in there, so yeah. The lighting kind of sucks, but I'm just gonna paint everything black and undercoat it. Yeah, maybe once it's all done, I'll kind of go in, let it dry, and I'll show you guys how it turned out. Okay, so everything's all painted black. I got new fancy shocks on. Come on, that looks good, eh? Clearly it's just for aesthetic purposes, paint rid of rust and everything, but it'll look good rolling down the road. The other side, put the wheel back on, or tire back on. You can see the shock peeking through. So that's that. I'm gonna put the other side on, drop it down, and lift the front up, and then I gotta do, because I did basically from the kind of where the middle of the fuel tanks are, I just gotta do the front half of the bed, but with the front up it'll be a lot easier. And then I still gotta seam seal the underside of the floor pans, but I don't know, I guess we're gonna leave it for right now. We'll get her switched around, front end up next time you see it, and we'll do the same process on the front. And then I don't know if we can do the front brakes not right away or not, but we'll figure it all out. All right, guys, the next day, I did a little bit of work last night that I actually didn't really film. The front of the truck's up in the air and the back is down. What I ended up doing was some real terrible body work on the box. So it was all kind of rusty and stuff. Now, I didn't film it because it was all out butchery, I'm not gonna lie. So feel free to make fun of me in the comments without actually seeing the work I've done. But I got rid of all the rust. I just hit it with some primer, so it's kind of good enough for now. I'm gonna see if I can get some touch-up paint or something like that for it eventually. Just kind of blow it in. I just re-rocker guard the bottom after I basically filled it full of filler. But the truck looks 1,000 times better in my mind now. Once it gets dirty, you'll never know it. I do have to get under the cab and start seam sealing and put in those new bolts and stuff I bought for the cab support. Kind of ugly junk like that. Then I can maybe pull the wheels and do the brakes and stuff like that. We'll see how the day goes. I do have to get this thing out because the Challenger, which is outside, I left water in. And the coolant went all kind of slushy. So I want to bring it in, heat it up, drain it out. I put coolant in it now, but I want to make sure it's 100% done so when it goes into storage. I also have to pull this out to take it away. So there's a lot going on, but I want to get this truck done in the short amount of time I have. So yeah, I'll get started and we'll bring it back and we'll see how it's going. Been hard at it, not gonna lie. I was undercoating like crazy. I wasn't filming. I hate getting undercoating on the camera. There's a bunch on it as it is. I got some miscellaneous paint painted the bottom of the box. You can see right here, it's a little darker, but not bad for now until I can get something kind of dealt with. Yeah, so I undercoated a bunch, made a heck of a mess. I've pulled off the front wheels. Time is running out, and this thing has to drive out of the garage tonight so I can get the Model A out. But, I'll show you here, some lighting. God, is it dark in here. So, I ordered 2 new brake hoses, and I ordered new pads. The problem is I don't want to change that because, you know, if there's a problem, I'm hosed, so I'm not going to deal with that. I have to get back in here right away because I ordered new springs. One was cracked on this side, and with that's going to come all new bushings and something you can see here. Look how sacked out that is. The bolt is, the center of the bolt is there, and the center of the shackle is there. So that's wore out. So I have 2 new springs coming here in a couple of days. What I was going to do is take the shocks off both sides. I was going to paint in here real quick while I can, put the shocks back on, and then all I have to do is, when I'm back in, I'll do the brakes, the hoses, and the springs, and new U-bolts. Otherwise, not too bad. Get everything kind of painted up here, let it dry real nice, so I'm not working around with wet paint when I am doing the springs and everything, because the springs will be brand new. I'll just paint the diff and stuff like that. So that's how that is working out. We'll go under this thing. Undercoating is such an ugly job, but missed a few spots here and there, but that's what the floors are looking like. I put new body mounts on. That's just a hockey puck I drilled out. But yeah, I don't know, it looks all right. We got going over here, same thing. New pan, seam sealed in, everything's happy. Hey, the fuel tanks. This tank was kind of crunchy, but that tank looked brand new, so I'm sure that was changed at some time. But yeah, so the truck is basically clean and black underneath. I'm happy with it. Needs a little bit of touch up here and there. I might do that at the hoist at work, just where I'm not making a heck of a mess there. Just a few spots. Gotta finish the exhaust, but really, we're kind of almost done under the truck, which is nice. I do have to do the front bit. I've just done the axle and the tubes. But like I said, once I get the springs off, I can do the rails, the tubs. I'll do that today. Put the new shocks back on, and then it's just front end stuff. The front end seems tight, so I think it should be okay. It might need one ball joint, but we'll see how picky the inspector will be. Otherwise, I'm happy with it. So yeah, I'll yank that those shocks off. We'll get going on that. Alright guys, we're boned. I painted all black, so it's whatever. I got the shock off. The problem is, this shock's completely finished. It's got this little, the sleeve in it also acts as a spacer. The new shocks didn't come with that, so I need like a stack of washers, which I don't have because they're half-inch. I only have a few of them, and I'll need put a stack, or I'll just go get something cut or whatever. Maybe I'll get a sleeve. So that's that. On the other side, the bolt that went through the sleeve, it was rotted to the sleeve, and when I loosened it, the sleeve was spinning in the shock. So now I gotta try and suck that out, which will never happen. So I'll be zip cutting that one out, and I gotta get some bolts and stuff for tomorrow. So, fail. This thing is going back together with no shocks on it, but it's gonna be painted. So I'll paint the other side real quick. I'll let it dry for me a quick half hour, and then I'll be backing it out because I got to tack weld a few more things on that Model A. It's got a highway trip ahead of it, and I gotta clean up a little bit here. So that's a bummer. But I'll put the wheels back on. The back's done. The undercoating is done. All that ugliness is done. And now I'll finish off the video by welding that, the Model A, loading on the trailer, and dragging the Challenger in here, which won't start. It's too cold. It's not happy. Fun times. Alright, so we got a shuffle. 57's running. EFI, you can't go wrong. Battery in the truck was dead. This thing has a draw. I forgot to disconnect it, so it's just sitting on the booster pack for a minute. I'm gonna put this somewhere, and then I can back the truck out, put it somewhere. This won't start. Hopefully I can push it ahead and kind of suck it up a little bit. Before I do all that, I gotta get the Model A over and out so we can load it on the trailer after I tack weld it together. Model A's in the center. Stupid truck didn't start. My battery charger stopped working. Got the booster pack on it, but it didn't want to go. It just kind of click, click, click. So I manhandled it out, which was a nightmare, but whatever. We'll let that sit for a little bit. Actually, that paint doesn't look too bad on camera anyways. It kind of blends in meh. Yeah. Alright, so I'll set up the tripod and we'll weld this all together, just to kind of show you. This car was pre-cut, right? So it just has like a few little welds that I put on real ugly, and it's not gonna get any better. I'll just kind of start plugging a bunch more, weld the doors shut, and you know, with the visor, I just want anything flying off on the highway. It's like, look at that. I might just take that right off actually, but just kind of stuff like that. And then I'll put a bunch of straps on it, and just if anything does come off or whatever, it's not gonna go too far. I'll probably just weld the trunk lid closed and everything, because I don't want to lose any parts, because I'm not going to work on this for a little bit, and my memory ain't so good. So yeah, a little bit of welding. Should be ready for travel. Alright, gets dark here fast. So I had to steal the battery out of the Challenger, which won't start because the battery in the truck was dead and the booster pack was dead. So all I do with this, I gave it a bunch of welds and I just wrapped a bunch of ratchet straps around it so it's not going to go anywhere. And I'm sure when Mike gets it, he'll strap it yet again. We got to get the truck out of here, this pushed up there, and somehow we got to drag the Challenger in, but my winch cable is not long enough, so I got to get a ratchet strap or 7 to make it work. But Danny's here to help. All right. Yeah. We got the winch hooked up, lots of cable. I actually had to put a tow strap on it. Truck's moved, A's off to the side. Danny's on the winch.
Hi.
If you want to watch her version, watch her channel. Cars are fun. All right, I'll set you up on the tripod.
You didn't sound like cars were fun in that moment.
Hopefully this won't end up in the creek. All right, I had to push the last a little bit, but made her in. So again, the whole reason it's in here is I'm gonna let it sit overnight with the heat blasting. and just make sure nothing's frozen. I'll drain all the water or coolant out of it and then fill it back up with new coolant. Give it a quick once over, and then Mikey, who's taking the Model A, will also take this hunk of junk. I gotta order a car cover for it. Whew, a lot of breath there. But yeah, so now we can kind of push that to the road. You can just kind of pick that up. We'll put the truck back, 57 back. We're basically done. Woo! Woo! All right, everything's back together. Sorry it's dark here. I got the truck running so we can show a little bit of light, but the car's out. Mikey's on his way so it can go away. The old 57, you know, EFI, it just runs and drives. Giving away our best, most reliable car. You know, we made a deal with Danny there. We want to get this thing gone. We've got what we wanted out of it now. It's been built. How many more times can we beat a dead horse there? So we're doing 57,000 subscribers combined. So I think I'm a little over 50 and she's at 3,000. So go give her a subscribe real quick. Once she gets to like 7,000, poof, she's gone. And I guess we got to figure out the border stuff. That's what we're doing there. Truck needs a little bit of love. 56 Chevy. I think in the next video, we're going to take a break from this. I'm not even going to film this. I'm mad at it. I'm going to put coolant in it and it's going to go away. But we're going to do 56 Chevy stuff. Give you a little walk around of it, what my plan is with it, get your guys' opinion. And we're going to put this motor back together. Storage stand motor. I got to clean up in the garage yet again. God, do I make a mess. But yeah, my brand new valve came in, $4. So I'll lap that in, slam the motor back together, paint Chevy orange, and jam it in the corner. So I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Thank you very much for watching. As always, leave a comment. I just love the comments. Love talking to you guys in the comment section. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, all those things. We can keep up. I try and answer as much as I can. I am terrible at it. Danny does a lot of it for me. We might bring it back when we're loading up the trailer, but it's going to be so dark. You got the gist of it. See you guys on the next one.